Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be all about my high-end versus drugstore products. So basically what's going to happen is it's going to be the same look but cheaper prices, of course. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to try to see if these two are a dupe. What is on the other half of my face? So as you can see, my pores already disappeared right here. So I'm gonna go and test this one out. I feel like I'm not centered. So I'm gonna go test this out if this is a dupe for the Professional. I'm just gonna take a little bit of that. And this one is a little bit more silicone-y. And this one is also a little bit more thicker. Okay, as far as application goes, both of them are actually really good. My pores disappeared on both sides and yeah, they're all crazy. They're all gone. So for my foundation, I am going to test Maybelline Fit Me and Makeup Forever. Let's try the Makeup Forever first. I'm in the shade 155 R370. So I'm just gonna put this all over my face on this side. I'm just gonna mix this. This is really creamy and really nice on the skin. Alright, so for the Maybelline Fit Me, I'm in the shade 220. That is natural beige. I'm just gonna put this in here. This is a little bit more lighter than the other one, but whatever. We're just testing it out, right? This is also very creamy. Not as creamy as the Makeup Forever though, but it is still very creamy and it's nice and it applies really smooth on the skin. And it's not as thick as the Makeup Forever. This is the Maybelline Fit Me. And you can still see some of my nerves in here. This one is all covered up. And you can't really see much of anything except for my sunspot right there. So for the high-end part of my face, I'm gonna use the Bowing Concealer from Benefit, and this is what it looks like. So I'm just gonna take my ring finger and put this underneath my eyes. This is super creamy, and I love the coverage of this because it has that salmony undertone to it, so it really does cover up your dark circles. And now I'm going in with the Sonia Kashuk one on my drugstore side, and I'm just gonna grab a little bit of that and put this underneath my eyes as well. This one is also really creamy. It's actually a little bit more creamier than the Benefit one, and I feel like it does have a bit more coverage than the Benefit one. Alright, so I'm gonna set my under eye, and I'm going to use my IT Cosmetics My Sculpted, and I'm just gonna use this shade right here. I'm just gonna grab this powder brush right here, and I'm gonna put this underneath my left side. And then for my right side, I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild contouring palette. This is also really creamy. Both of them are really nice. Alright, so for the brows, I'm using the Anastasia Brow Wiz. Alright, so on my drugstore side, I'm using the Maybelline Brow Define. I feel like I have to work a little bit harder for this one, and also the colors aren't the same. My eyebrows look demented. Alright, so for this side, I'm using the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. It's my go-to primer. So on this side, I'm going to be using the Jessie's Girl Eye Primer. This one is a little bit more thinner in consistency and a little bit more greasy than this one, but I don't mind. Okay, so for the eyeshadows, I'm using the Too Faced chocolate bar palette. I'm going in with this color right here. Really nice champagne color. So I'm just putting that all over my lid. And then I'm going in with this color right here. Just putting that on my crease area. And then for my brow bone, I'm just using this color right here. Okay, so moving on to this other eye. So I'm using the Wet n Wild Color Icon palette, and this one is in Walking on Eggshells, and everybody loves this thing. Alright, so I'm going to start with the eyelid. And then for the crease, this color right here. And then for the brow bone shade, I'm using this, of course. Alright, so this is a little bit more goldeny than this one. This one has a warm tone to it, and this one has a little bit more of a cool tone. Alright, so for my liner, I'm using the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Liner. I'm just gonna line this. Alright, I cheated a little bit on this. I'm using the Colourpop. It is still $5, however, you can only buy them online, but they are great. So I'm using this to kind of just line my upper lash line. So right off the bat, I can see that the Colourpop one is a little bit more darker and a little bit more creamier actually than the 24/7 Glide On. So my pick is this one. For the lashes, I'm gonna be using their Real mascara from Benefit. I just opened this one. Oh man, I love this mascara. Alright, so for the Drugstore, I'm using the Lash Blast Fusion from CoverGirl. And they have somewhat of a similar bristles to them. They are very far apart. The only thing that is missing is the bowl on top. I can tell you right off the bat that the formulation of this is not as creamy. Yeah, this is probably like my 5th coat of this, and it's still not working out right. So moving on to the bronzers, I'm using the IT Cosmetics My Sculpted for this look, and I'm using this shade right here to kind of like just contour and bronze that side of my face. And then on this side, I'm using the Wet n Wild contouring palette. Yeah, so this is a little bit more powdery and a little bit more orangey than this one. This one just has that nice shadowy look to it when you apply it on. It doesn't look too obvious. So for my blush, I'm using my Laura Geller Blush and Brighten in Apricot Berry. This one has a nice pinky, peachy look to it. And then for this side, I'm using the Milani Bellissimo Bronze. Alright, so this side has a little bit more of a peachy pink color to it. The peach is a lot more stronger than the pink on this side. Alright, so for my lips, I'm using the Too Faced Melted Matte, and this one is in Melted Peony. Alright, so that's what it looks like applied on, and I'm using the Color Jolt from Maybelline, and this is called Never Bare on this side. Alright guys, so here is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope I was able to save you some money. You don't have to only buy high-end products because most of the time drugstore products perform the same and sometimes even better. So as you guys can see with this look, I'm almost able to achieve the same exact look. The only thing is the finish on my eyeshadows on this side is a little bit more on the frosty side, just because I feel like they're a little bit more shinier than this side. But other than that, if you apply them, you put primer in it, it looks the same. Nobody's really gonna say anything. Also, my blush and my bronzers, they are very similar. And on my lips, they are absolutely the same exact color. So, I mean, you cannot beat that. So for my high-end side, I used a total of $315 on this side. And on this side of my face, which is the drugstore side, I used a total of $67.88. So definitely a big savings in terms of buying high-end versus drugstore products. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys again next time. Definitely subscribe to me. I will be uploading more videos this week and every week. And please don't forget to comment, like this video, and subscribe and support a girl. And see you next time. Peace!